Cristiano Ronaldo has requested to leave Manchester United. That is the breaking news this evening. He wants to leave. He has made the request. We know that his agent, Mendes, has been out there in the market looking for an opportunity, looking for a club, looking for a team that could pick him up. But what does this mean for Manchester United? Cavani is gone. Could Ronaldo leave? Is this the end of the world for Manchester United? I do want your thoughts. I do want your feelings on this. I want to know how you feel about it. We're going to break this down in a bit more detail for you. Should Man United let it happen? I want your comments below now. A big thank you to everybody that's been leaving thank yous and super chat, and you really do keep the channel going. Of course, we're sponsored as ever by our partners, Private Internet Access. Ensure you are using a VPN provider when you're on the internet. Protect you from hackers, data harvesting. It means you can essentially use the internet absolutely carefree. It also maintains your stream and Wi-Fi quality the majority of the time as well. Completely and utterly protects you amongst a number of other benefits as well. Scan that QR code right on the screen there, or click on the link in the description below. You get 3 months free, courtesy of the Football Terrace. So go sign yourselves up right about now. Now, what's intriguing here, David Ornstein has said that Ronaldo has told Man United he wants to leave this summer. As per Duncan Castles, the 37-year-old said to love the club, but wants to play Champions League football and fight for top honours in the final stage of his career. He doesn't feel that's likely at Manchester United. Mentions Napoli being suitors there. That's a bit of a strange one. And Ronaldo is right. Man United are starting a brand new project again. Man United are back at square one. He was meant to kind of be a final piece of the puzzle. It hasn't worked out. The reasons for that, everybody can pick the bones out of. Some people still want to blame Ronaldo. Some say it was part of the problem. Some say it was Ollie. I'll just put it down to the Glazers not having any real plan. We're having bankers and accountants and financiers run the football operation at the club for 9 years. That's changing this summer. I'm not surprised to see Ronaldo wanting to leave. I mean, there are reports that are saying that this is kind of old news. Tom McDermott here says that I'm led to believe that Ronaldo told Man United before Ten Hag's arrival that he wanted to leave due to his age, etc. The club are said to be relaxed. And that does need to be pointed out here before anybody gets their knickers in a twist. There is a feeling that this is kind of old news. There is a feeling that actually Ronaldo and the manager have spoken. He's in a much better place with remaining at Manchester United. It wouldn't be beyond the media to share a story that's, oh, they did it just a day or so ago with Tyrell Malacia. The situation between his father and agent took place around Thursday morning stroke Thursday evening. By Friday morning, it had already been resolved, but then got reported on like it was a brand new problem. Only for an hour or two later for the Here We Go to arrive. The player flies to England, of course, this weekend to complete his medical. So it wouldn't be beyond the media to report on something from the past and kind of make people feel like it's happening in the here and now. But would selling Ronaldo be a problem for Man United? You don't even need to sell him. Let him go for free. Ronaldo earns £510,000 a week and has 1 year left on his contract. Excluding loyalty bonuses and all that jazz, which could be anything from £5 to £10 million on pure base salary alone, over £26 million Ronaldo is going to cost Manchester United in the next 12 months over the course of the season. Now, net spend has kind of corrupted a generation when it comes to understanding football finance in the modern day sense. But let me just break this down. £26 million enables you in multiple ways, but I'm going to give you one example, to spend £60 million on a new player and pay that individual circa £250,000 per week. Now, you can sign somebody more expensive, 65, 70, 75, 80 million, if the wage is reduced. In fact, you can top the overall package up and go for more transfer fee, more wages. It doesn't really matter. But purely from Ronaldo's money alone, 60 million transfer fee, around £250,000 a week in wages. How, you may ask? Well, because net spend in the basic, simplistic way that is explained to us in the Mirror, in the Sun, on Twitter, is wrong. And I'll tell you as to why. Because the vast majority of big signings, the sum of fee you pay, say 60 million, is paid over the length of contract of the player you buy. Let's say it's 60 million on a 5-year deal. It means you pay 12 million pounds year one. Example being Man United are paying 11.5 million pounds year one for Frenkie de Jong. So when you get journalists say, oh, there's only 100 million pounds to spend, you don't actually spend that 100 million pounds year one. A player like de Jong could cost you 11, 12 million pounds of it in terms of transfer budget. Now, of course, you've got salary on top of that. So year one on a 60 million pound player is around 12 million. 250,000 pound a week is what, 12.5, 13 million. You're then equaling in and around what Ronaldo would cost Manchester United over a 12-month period. Yes, you need to reposition some of that money and you pay a certain amount up front, as we said, around that 12 million pound year one. There'll be some agent fees, etc. But ballpark figure, if United could find the right player, allowing Ronaldo to go isn't a problem. Football finance dictates this. The maths behind football finance is a certainty. Net spend isn't real. You don't need to sell him for 20, 30, 40 million pounds to be able to reinvest based on how much his salary is worth. There are multiple ways to raise money at a football club. Some it's through sponsors, raising income, selling players to raise income, or you can save money. Another way of generating money is saving money. And you save a minimum 26 million pound a year with Ronaldo. He has probably got loyalty bonuses anywhere between 5 to 10 million pounds at the club as well, which you don't then pay out because he's requesting to leave. But we'll put that all aside. This becomes a good piece of business for Man United if they can find an adequate attacker to replace his goals in the short term, but also who gives Manchester United more longevity. And we go back to the original point I made. Manchester United are entering a new rebuild. Whether you wanted it, whether I wanted it, is absolutely irrelevant. It's irrelevant. We're there. There will be between 4 to 5 new players this summer, 4 of which of them are nearly done. They could then stretch to that 5 or 6 mark if a player like Cristiano Ronaldo is to leave. Now, as long as it's the right individual that fits the style of playing philosophy, somebody that the manager wants, it's correct. Now, we may not get an instant replacement this year. Maybe Anthony Martial and Marcus Rashford have to be played in that position. Now, this is where the Fungus fans have to calm down and not be angry. This is where you need to understand that if we're at the beginning of a rebuild, which the majority of the Fungus fans were asking for, it takes time. All the problems we pointed out the club, all the turmoil, the issues, the player power, the bad management, the hemorrhaging of money, all these things need to be addressed, and they're not going to be fixed in the summer of 2022. That is an impossibility. And anybody setting that level of expectation is only doing it so they can berate Man United later on down the line. You know, it's like turning around to your daughter. You can have a daughter or a son who are intelligent, top sets at school, clever kids. Oh, you're doing really well. But if you set them the expectation that they've got to achieve what Beethoven did, they've got to get to the same level of academia as Albert Einstein, you're probably going to always set them up for failure. If your standards are beyond the realms of possibility, you're always going to be able to moan. If my standards for Lady Freya, for little Jackson, or big boy Archie, if my expectation for Archie is, listen, I know you're 7 years old, but I want your reading age to be at a 15-year-old's now. Freya, I know you're only 4, but I want you to be able to sit your GCSEs in 2 years. Jackson, I know you're only 2 years of age, but if you're not starting for Man United by the time you're 11, you can get out of my house. That's what Man United fans do. I'm not saying there shouldn't be high standards, but there needs to be the step change in between. And a lot of Man United fans don't care about United. They don't care about United getting back to the top. They care about the pull they get on social media by being negative. And Ronaldo saying he wants to leave. Oh, this is great. This is brilliant. Because they get to moan about something. Again and again and again, they get to rant and they get to moan and they get to show the world how stupid and they really are and how they lack any real understanding of actual football, how things actually work. Now, I'm not adverse to Ronaldo leaving because whether Ronaldo is brilliant for us this season or not, he's going to be gone. Man United, even with all the players we're buying, are not one of the favourites for the top 4. City and Liverpool are pretty much shoo-ins. Chelsea are going to do good business and probably get a place. And Arsenal and Spurs are ahead of us. Not having all the pieces to the puzzle this season isn't the be-all and end-all. It's about the football, the philosophy, the management style, and the culture being reinstalled back into the club. And when I speak culture, I'm talking about a winning culture, a winning mentality, a professional outlook from the players. If this is all done, Man United can start to put the blocks back in place to build themselves back up to the top. With or without Ronaldo, it doesn't really matter. Financially, there is a solution out of this if we find the right individual. If Ronaldo stays and we do it next year, it's the same difference. It doesn't really matter. But this isn't a time for Man United fans to panic. Take the banter from rivals. They're meant to banter you. That's quite literally their job. But you acting, like a fungus fan, you kind of berating the club as in the manager and the people running things now. Remember, it's a whole new regime. Even though Fletcher and Myrtle were there last summer, they weren't out there negotiating. They weren't out there doing the business. Matt Judge, Woodward, still with their fingers in all them pies. It's going to take time to fix this mess. It's going to take patience to fix this mess. Please don't side with the Glazers by ranting and raving at the people trying to resolve the issues that you spent 9 years moaning about. Very weird to me. Ronaldo, listen, I love you. You've been brilliant for Manchester United. If you want to leave, leave. If you want to stay, stay. But I support this club more than any individual player I always have, and I always will. Thank you very much to Private Internet Access for helping me get this stream out there. They protect all my data always. You can get yours protected now. I can get you a discount up to 82%. Up to that, depending on what package you pay out for, plus 3 months free. Scan that QR code now or click on the link in the description below. Until next time, take care, goodbye, God bless, and I'll see you all soon.